Hello and thanks for checking in again. This is a short video about how I made the rear mudguard out of a carbon fiber plate. This is the third version of it. And a little disclaimer here, it is not as exciting as I was hoping it to be, but still, have a look. So this is going to be the new updated version of the rear mudguard. So I've removed the old one, which was version 2.0, I suppose. And see how much dirt is collected here. This bracket here, really, I don't like it. I might cut it off, as I mentioned earlier. So the new one is made of carbon fiber, 3 millimeters thick, very rigid. And it's going to be attached into these M5 holes there. And it's 15 centimeters wide, which just happens to be a perfect fit in the frame there. And these holes will then hold the tail light. And up here is the registration plate. And I might taper it a little bit so it becomes a little bit narrower, closer to the registration plate. So now I've cut the piece so it fits there nicely, and now with the tape I'm marking how I will taper it to make it a little bit more V-shaped towards the license plate. So the idea is to use this L profile and attach it to the top section here, stretching back to about there. If you look from the top, it should widen the mudguard slightly. I'm gonna cut it so it doesn't look exactly like this, but it will also serve as an attachment point for the rear turn indicators. Yeah. So after careful measuring and trying to figure out how to make this sit nicely with the lines of the motorcycle, I came to the conclusion eventually that this does not improve it very much. It's not worth the effort and the investment to do it, because it will just marginally improve the protection. So I'll revert to the original design, although I have improved it a little bit. So I swapped the brackets for carbon fiber brackets, the L brackets to hold the light. And it's also slightly longer. It's about half an inch or so longer. So that's going to improve it. It is, in fact, a little bit wider than the second version as well. It's hardly noticeable, but it's a little bit wider. So hopefully it will fill up the gaps that is allowing mud to enter. So I will now fit it with the cables and everything, and we're good to go. So finally finished with the rear mudguard. As you can see, it's very much the same as the previous one. It's just a little bit tidier. The previous one was converted into an engine bracket on my Ducati Street Fighter, but that's another video. So now we're good to go, and we're getting closer to a permanent solution here.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.